So if y'all back at it with another NC9 Talk, I'm Nicholas and this is my father, Carlos.
What's up?
We got Tampa Bay next on the list. Baker Mayfield, under center at home, and Bosa and Chase Young coming from the sides. Ohio State boys versus the Oklahoma quarterback, Baker Mayfield. And
Week 11.
Bosa will not forget when Baker planted that flag.
Yeah.
And we saw that when we played against the Browns, and we're going to see it this week when this defense hits on all cylinders. And this acquisition of Chase Young, it's just going to make this trade look even better. And it's going to show that, we didn't trade for a DB, which is completely fine because Chase Young is here. And Javon Hargrave is going to look even better this week. Eric Armstead is going to look better. Everybody on this defensive line is going to look better. Everybody on the defense is going to look better. Because when the pressure got there, when Trevor Lawrence last week, he had many opportunities to make a play. And there was players open, but the pressure got there. And that caused him to overthrow, throw it late, get picked, get sacked. It's causes these quarterbacks to just panic and make bad plays.
Yeah. And then we're playing a quarterback this week that likes to extend plays, which will give our rushers a chance to sack even more.
But he does have weapons, so that's why he has the confidence to extend those plays with Mike Evans, a very underappreciated wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers in the last decade.
Yeah.
And he also has Chris Godwin, so he does have these weapons. Especially, he's a former number 1 overall pick. He can get hot when he wants.
Yeah.
But this 49ers defense is just hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, last week was a perfect example of what this team can do. It kind of reminded everybody why they were 5-0. I mean, they did go on a 3-game losing streak. I mean, a lot of things went wrong. I think, not so much a lot of things went wrong, those 3-game losing streak. I think they just didn't play like themselves. And that happens. I mean, you start playing down to the opponent, you don't focus, they weren't tackling correctly. I mean, Purdy wasn't hitting his targets as well as he should have overall.
And a 3-game losing streak is going to cause people to panic and
the
NFL media to go crazy saying the Niners are frauds. Brock Purdy's turning into that Mr. Irrelevant that he's really supposed to be. And
I mean, Purdy's has the highest QB rating?
Highest passer rating, and he's overachieving everything. Whatever he does right now, he's overachieving because he's never supposed to be in this position at all. Being a third-string quarterback in college, being a third-string quarterback coming into the league, and coming in that same season, leading this team to the NFC Championship. And even when he has bad games, he's proven that he can bounce back just like in this Jacksonville game.
The only reason they don't believe in him is because he wasn't a first-round pick, period.
Exactly.
If he was a first-round pick, if he was a second-round pick, third-round pick, they wouldn't be having this discussion. They'll be like, oh, okay, well, he has mistakes. It's okay, everybody else does. But look all the good things he's been doing. If you look all across the board of all the quarterbacks in this league right now, I mean, they're not having great years statistically.
Nobody has run away with the MVP right now. Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Tua, Josh Allen, all these guys throw picks. It doesn't matter, and they get, sometimes they get carried by the weapons on plays. It doesn't matter. But when Purdy makes plays, it's look at CMC carrying the play. He's assistant quarterback.
Well, all quarterbacks are system quarterbacks.
All quarterbacks are assistant quarterbacks, and if you have weapons, why not use them?
What the difference is, these quarterbacks are system quarterbacks for their own teams. What separates them is how they improvise, right, compared to the other player.
And Purdy has been outstanding this season on improvising and extending plays. And with Debo and Trent Williams coming back, just the presence alone, guys are running away from Trent Williams. Guys are shifting just for Debo running and motioning to the right side. Everybody's alerting over there. CMC's right here. Just so much weapons that you can use that one player shifts over there and you have 3 more weapons that can get the ball and go on a screen. And we saw that last game with, Debo's over here. Ayuk gets a 20-yard play and they're just so distracted. Just the presence of Debo and the weapon he is with Purdy He's just using these weapons well. And
Well, he should though. You know, that's the problem.
Exactly.
Why you get mad at Purdy because he's using his weapons? Why are you gonna hate on the dude that he's using his weapons?
And if he wasn't, he'd be absolutely hated on right now.
So you're supposed to be using your weapons, and you know what? He's supposed to sling it, and he's not afraid to sling it. Like these other quarterbacks, Mahomes is not afraid just to sling it out there. And what happens when you sling it out there? A lot of the times you end up with interceptions. But it happens. All these great quarterbacks get to that point. Am I saying that Purdy's a great quarterback? No. Am I saying he's an elite quarterback? No. But what I'm saying is, if he's going to succeed in this league as a quarterback, you got to be able to play fearless. And he has.
And
so far, he has.
And that's what Kyle Shanahan is saying. He wants a quarterback that wants to,
want to win,
have risky plays, and not get carried by his weapons, which is...
So, other quarterbacks have had the same...
Sneak this to Jimmy Garoppolo.
So, put it this way. So, Jimmy G and him, I'm pretty sure they've had the same type of plays, right? So, the difference has been you give it to CMC for 5 yards, or you give it to Ayuk for 15 yards.
Yeah, I've seen so many times where Juszczyk and CMC are in the flat, ready to catch that ball like they've been doing for years with, CMC with Sam Darnold, Baker, and all these quarterbacks taking that check down, taking it for another 5 yards. Juszczyk taking it. But Purdy is getting that extra 15 yards. Getting these big plays, and this is what we want. Because with an offense that is flowing and making big plays, this defense that's hitting on all levels right now, with the secondary looking good, the linebackers the best in the league, and this defense getting the acquisitions like Chase Young.
They just got to keep feeding these weapons, right? We've been calling for Kittle's name. They've been feeding Kittle. Debo's back. I think he's going to get involved more in this game.
This is what Kittle does. This is what he does. Beginning of the year, starts slow. Everybody's, Kittle he's not as good as Kelsey. He's not as good as Mark Andrews. He's a bottom. He's not a top 5 tight end. He only blocks. And then he turns up in the second half of the season, and everybody wants to switch up. And this is exactly what he does. He just turns up. And Purdy, last year in that second half of the season, that was his go-to guy.
Yeah.
Kittle just had so many touchdowns, so many 2 touchdowns.
And that's where he's going right now. That's where he's going at him, and it's good. He needs to feed that guy.
And your tight end is your safety blanket.
Yeah.
So,
this guy has safety blankets all over the place.
All over the place.
So, but again, Tampa Bay is good against the run.
They got Vita Vea in the middle.
He's back. So
we got Shaq Barrett. They have Levante David. They had a good secondary. They have a very solid defense, but this offense, they could realistically torch any defense in the league. But, when they're hot, they can torch them. But as we've seen in these last 3 weeks, they can get cold, which I don't really see that happening this week.
No, I feel that they're just going to run CMC, get that run going. It's going to open play action. We've been saying it, kind of say it almost every week. That's how, they're going to be playing. Hopefully, they, with these play calls, it's going to open up and be creative and get this defense, guessing, which is going to be a key in this game, But I feel that CMC is going to, have one of those open games, over 100-yard games, rushing. And do they need that? Yes, because I think that's just going to make things easier for Purdy. It makes it easier for any quarterback. You have a running game, it makes the throwing game much easier. So,
yeah, and just got to take care of business. The reason I feel they won't get back to that 3-game slate where they just lost and only scored 17 points is because this defense is going to be back to normal. This defense is going to be back rolling. And if they're healthy, they just got to be healthy with Brock Purdy with all of his weapons. He knows how to use these weapons, and Shanahan knows how to scheme up for these weapons. They will get the ball, they will score touchdowns, and they will score 17 points. And I feel even if they do, this defense has enough to shut teams down right now.
Yeah.
They won't allow teams to score 30. I feel they won't let the Browns score 20 with that PJ Walker, and it was just the defense won't be embarrassing anymore, I guess.
They have to, we've been saying this all year. They play to their potential, they're going to win. And I think right now, those 3 games were like eye-opening for this team. And I don't think they want to get back to that anytime soon. Yeah,
improved a lot, made a lot of adjustments. So credit him to that.
I don't know if it was because he was on the floor, on the field, or just because they just did a good. They did their homework on the bye week, right? So here comes to Tampa Bay. You know, we just need to dominate on both ends, be physical, don't let this team breathe. If we get the ball first, score. If we're on defense first, 3 and out, get a couple sacks going, you know, and just put a pound on them, and they should be able to take care of business. I feel the defense should come up with another 4 or 5 sack game, couple of interceptions. If anything, just continue pressuring. And this guy, Baker, he's prone to getting sacked a lot because he likes to keep the play alive.
And when you try to keep the play alive,
and we have fast linebackers,
that will lead to picks, that will lead to fumbles. And sacks. If the Niners are putting points on the board, that will happen a lot.
There goes the run game. The run game is obsolete for Tampa.
And they already like to throw the ball a lot, Baker.
Yeah.
Because he has Mike Evans, you'll probably throw a lot. So.
So it should be a good game. I feel the Niners keep rolling in this game. I think Niners will win comfortably. They're up. They're favored by 12. I think, you know, CMC's over 100 yards rushing. Purdy another solid game. You know, 250 yards. You know, 2 touchdowns. CMC gets back on the end zone. And they just keep rolling. I feel
they keep rolling and get ready for that Thursday night game. They're up by enough to put take their starters out.
The fourth quarter.
Get ready for that Thanksgiving game against Seattle Seattle with the throwback whites. It's gonna be a good one.
We just got to take care of business.
Take care of business. Do not underestimate nobody. As you see, 3 games in a row. Anything can happen any given Sunday.
Even this Sunday could happen if they don't show up. So I feel they're gonna show up though. I think they put up 35 to 42 points. They allow maybe 10 to 13 points at most. I think they're just that much better than Tampa Bay. And you know, I think they're just pissed off right now that they lost 3 games. And they just want to prove every single game moving forward that they're just that better than everybody else. And they're going to show it again on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
I feel Purdy has like a 300-yard game once again.
Yeah.
Like he basically had a 300-yard game against the Jaguars, like a few yards off. 3 touchdown game. He's going to have another one of those. And when the Niners put up points on the board, Baker is going to be trying to extend plays, trying to make some plays, throw picks. I feel he's going to have 2 to 3 picks. And he's going to fumble once. I feel he's going to have 4 turnovers about 3 to 4 turnovers by himself. And they're going to sack him a lot. I feel the defense is just going to smother Baker.
Me too.
And that running game.
And he's not that big of a quarterback.
Yeah. He
is not that big. So.
Not. And with Travis Etienne being shutting down last week, he was completely shut down last week. And he's like the second best weapon at running back in the league, next to CMC and Austin Eckler. So for him to be shut down like that and barely used, it's because those linebackers fly. And Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw are the best in the league.
Yeah.
So they're not going to try to run on this team.
Yeah, they're playing a high level. So
yeah, I got a 38-13 game where the Niners just take out the starters, get rest, get healthy. Hopefully no injuries for this game.
Yep.
Hopefully
we gotta stay healthy.
Just gotta stay healthy as you can. Just keep it rolling.
And get ready for Thursday night, Thanksgiving game.
Against Seattle. And we're going to have a special guest for that one. You know,
on Monday.
You guys will see it. And we're going to be coming out with
on Monday video.
Instant reaction
on
the Sunday of the game. And then on Monday, we'll come out with a preview
for the Thanksgiving game.
For Thanksgiving
with
game.
a special guest.
Believe we got a Thanksgiving game and a Christmas game.
Here we
Nothing
go.
better than that. So, yeah. Put your comments down below. Put your predictions. Put your score.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. Who's going to be your best offensive player for this game? Who's going to be your best defensive player of the game? You know, tell us what the Niners need to stop Baker in that offense. Tell us what the 49ers offense got to do to put some points on the board.
Yep.
For whatever. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go Niners, baby.
Niners.